10-year-old Alena Mulhern is making a splash in her attempt to take on the U.S. Constitution. And I have to admit, I am duly impressed by her. So Mulhern has a similar story to two of my sisters, actually. I have two twin sisters that are a year and a half younger than I am, and they were adopted from South Korea when they were infants. And Alena herself, or Alena, was adopted when she was only 10 months old from China. And you know, a lot of kids grow up being told you can do whatever you want when you grow up. You can even become president of the United States. Well, Alena can't because she's not a natural-born citizen. So go ahead and take a look at, let's see, Article 2, Section 1, Clause 5 of the U.S. Constitution. It reads, "No person except a natural-born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of president. Neither shall any person be eligible to that office who shall not have attained the age of 35 years and been 14 years a resident within the United States." So you need to be a natural-born citizen, you need to be at least 35, and you need to have actually lived here for the past 14 years in order to be even eligible to run for president. Well, Alena says that's not cool. I'm an American. I'm a citizen. I grew up here. It's my language, it's my culture, it's everything. I had no choice of where I was at 10 months old, and I think we should change things. So she actually has gone before the Massachusetts state legislature, where she testified in front of a House committee, and she's starting to get a lot of media attention about this. This isn't the first time anybody's, tried to get this changed, but I think it might be the first time a 10-year-old made such a splash.
I mean, if Barack Obama can become president. I mean, Ted Cruz also, by the way, he's born in Canada.
Exactly.
Why does he get to become president?
Because he's a dual citizen. Yeah, because you've got to be a natural-born citizen.
John McCain also, he wasn't born in the United States.
I love that you bring this up, because every article about this brings up those examples. Those are the two biggest examples, because John McCain was born on a military base.
Panama, I think, on a military base. And
so technically that is American soil if he's on a military base.
Yes, and Ted Cruz, his mother was a citizen, so that automatically, it's like the Jewish thing. He's automatically a citizen.
Yeah, and also it's like, think about where we're willing to give people dual citizenship, like Canada.
Yeah.
A lot of other places, it's like you have to renounce your citizenship in order to accept if you have birthright somewhere else. So I think that, this is a really interesting story, because I do think that we need to be a little more flexible when it comes to these documents. I mean, a lot of people look at the Constitution like it's the fucking Bible or something, and it's important, and I think that the Constitution is one of the greatest pieces of kind of legislation that's ever been written, but it was written a long time ago, and it was written under different circumstances. So just like the Second Amendment advocates who think that it should never be changed, we have a lot of amendments to the Constitution.
28, I think.
28. We went under prohibition, and then we said that's not working. Let's repeal that. Women can vote now.
We had to amend the Constitution so women could vote.
Exactly.
That's how fucked up the Constitution was at first.
Black people are now 5/5 of a person, right? Like that's important. And so I think we should think about the time in which this document was written and what it was applying to, and maybe kind of get off our high horses and I don't know, look up to the 10-year-olds in our country that I think are making good waves.
Her mother has to be so proud of her.
I know.
Oh my gosh. She doesn't want to be a celebtard. She doesn't want to be a Kardashian or a Disney princess. She wants to be president. I would love to have a kid like this someday.
Yeah, and she
so proud of her. I want to serve my country. Like, that's just...
I have a great quote from here. "I would be a great leader and bring people together. I would guide our country so it would be an even greater place to live, work, and raise a family. Most of all, I love my country." So this is a girl that, born in China, grew up in America, sees America, as anybody would, as her home and her country. She's patriotic. And the truth is, I think living as an American citizen with different colored skin, living as somebody who's like, I am literally no different than anybody else. I speak the language with the same accent as you. I never spoke Chinese. I never had any sort of Chinese cultural things, but people treat me differently because I look different by no choice of my own. I think gives them a special insight into what a lot of kind of privileged white Americans cannot fathom life must be like. And I think that that's a cool perspective to have too.